Hi, I'm Andrew Berman with the Mortgage News Network. We're here in San Diego, California at the Mortgage Bankers Association of America's annual convention. I'm here with Ben Wu, who's the Executive Director for LoanScoreCard. Ben, thank you for taking the time out of your day to sit with us.
Well, thank you.
So listen, I wanted to bring back a conversation we were just having a couple of minutes ago. We're talking about the opportunity in the non-agency space that you're seeing already for your clients. Talk to us a little bit about that opportunity that you're seeing for your clients and what you guys have done to help them capitalize on that opportunity.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, even just here at the conference, we're hearing that the non-agency space is growing by leaps and bounds.
Right.
It's still a small sliver of the mortgage origination, but by some measures, it's growing, 5 times or doubling, at the very least,
Wow.
each year. So, what we see though is that there's a lack of tools, facilities to help people automate the origination and underwriting of these products. And that's really where we come into the picture in bringing a automated underwriting engine that anyone can deploy to help them underwrite their non-agency business.
Interesting. So you have this system. Is it out there working, or is it
Absolutely.
Tell us a little bit about it.
Sure.
It sounds, because it's got to be a complicated process to get every investor's different guidelines, because nothing's the same.
Right.
They're all starting with a blinking cursor and nothing on the screen.
That's right.
So they're starting it from scratch.
That's right.
So I mean, tell us about any successes that you've had in gathering all these guidelines together and working for your clients.
Well, basically, in the end, we produce something that's akin to a DU or LP findings report, but specific to an investor's guidelines for their non-agency program. And so whether you are a correspondent originator selling to secondary market investors, or maybe you're a bank or credit union originating loans to be held in portfolio,
Right.
We can basically take whatever set of guidelines that you are underwriting to and capture that within our engine. And basically the output consists of a summary of the loan file, a breakdown of every rule that applies to that loan at hand, and whether you passed or failed that particular guideline. And then also a section in terms of how to put that package together, the documentation requirements necessary for that type of loan for that specific loan program.
If you don't have a system like yours, are you just manually underwriting these based on all these different lenders?
Yeah, that's what we're seeing, and especially if you are originating to sell product to several different investors. Maybe you're doing a jumbo QM type product,
right.
And you have several takeouts for that. Your different investors are going to have completely different guidelines, potentially. So a lot of times what we find is that everything just drops back down to manual underwriting. And you're doing your best to follow what the investor might have given you. It could be a 100-page PDF that they've given to you to read, and what loan officer is going to read that, right? So so I think it's a big challenge to be able to originate correctly to these different guidelines, and really the fear is that if you don't dot every I, cross every T, you're in a potential buyback situation.
Right.
And as an originator, you get a couple buybacks. You could be out of business. And these are very specific loans. They're non-agency loans, so it's not like you can necessarily place that elsewhere. Right. So you may be, pretty much stuck with that loan if in fact it gets kind of kicked back to you.
And is this is the interface on the front end for the loan officer? So the loan officer has the direct interface right into the loan scorecard?
Yeah, that's right. So we provide several different on-ramps into the engine. So whether you're a loan officer or a processor or an underwriter, you can gain access to the engine. So we can provide a complete turnkey solution. Basically, we take a look at whatever guidelines you're originating to. We'll put that into the engine. And then after that, you can access your engine directly from Calyx Point, from the Encompass LOS. You can come to a browser if you wanted to. Just come straight to LoanScoreCard.com. You can run it that way. Or if you're large enough to have your own proprietary system, we offer our engine as a plugin. It's a web service. You can put it into whatever system or process you might have, and you can run it behind the scenes.
Wonderful. Sounds fascinating. It's great. I mean, it's amazing actually to be able to have such a paradigm shift for a mortgage company, to be able to have these guidelines from all these different investors that are completely in different formats and have you put it together. So thank you for spending time with us today. And I'm Andrew Berman for the Mortgage News Network. Thank you for watching.
This is Mortgage News Network.